Okay, he's just in here. I can hear the vehicles just through there, to the left. We're going to try and make our way in there. Station in charge at Tingana side. Okay, copy that, will do. Right, hold on tight. Watch your head there, Phil. The vehicle in front. Unfortunately, I have managed to lodge us. That is not a nice sound to hear. I'm trying to drive a car. Hopefully my bosses ain't watching. There we go. Go. Yeah, they have lost sight of him, but we'll keep trying. We're going to try and see if we can get in there. Luckily for us, our little car is a little bit more nimble than some of the others. So we'll follow these other vehicles. You can see the panic is over. I'm not sure if we're going to see him. I know they have lost him. But with any luck we will. Quite a few little drainage lines and things in here which make it a bit difficult. Glad to know that Phil is still on the back. He's starting to thaw. He's getting his zooming fingers ready. Okay, they found him again. Right, he's just up ahead, he's just up ahead. Off to the right here, Phil, somewhere. See the others, there he is. You got him. Okay, we're going to stop here and just get a quick sight of him. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that gorgeous? There he is. Oh, that was worth it. That was worth the freezing fingers and freezing nose. Wonderful. So exciting. There he comes. Just let him cross here. Isn't that lovely? Oh, that's beautiful. We'll probably have to backlight him for a little while before I can get around him. But I hope you all feel like that was worth it. slowly up next to him here. Don't make too much noise, but it's very difficult not to make noise, obviously, driving through the bush. Now, let's try and compare him with Mula. I think, yeah, he's probably a similar size, maybe a little bit bigger. Just Phil, you're going to watch him here. Sorry. There. Go. It's a bit of a Ferrari operation going there. There's something going on underneath this vehicle which is not entirely savoury. Thank you, Blair, for your update about the size of the leopards. You say that they are a similar size, which I think you're probably right. Something stuck under this car. I might have to get out and get it out. Okay. We're just going to wait and see what's going on here. There seems to be quite a lot of confusion, and I don't want to add to it. Wait. Phil's just having a quick look under the car to see if he can see anything. Do you see anything? Just stick on the what? Oh, okay. So we'll probably just deal with this stick.
Yes,
I'm going to have to get it out. Right, please excuse me 1 second. I have to pull the stick up, otherwise the car's not going to go anywhere. Shout if you see a leopard coming up behind me. Well, I can see no stick there. Oh, there it is. Hey, got it? Here is the offending piece of vegetation, now attached, of course, irrevocably to my earpiece. Right, on we go. Well, at least we got one view of him. I hope we'll get another one. All right, here we go. And see where the vehicle went. Phil, where did that other car go? Out the back there. Okay. Right. Hold on tight again, everyone. I'm just going to stop here and listen and see if I can hear them. Okay, I can see them through there. How much more of a good view we're going to get. He might go into a clearing, which would be lovely. Now, getting very thick in here, I'm afraid. But we'll do what we can. Watch out there, fool. Just through here. I don't want to destroy that beautiful spider's web there. It's still an active one. Now everybody, I'm not sure we're going to get through here, I'm afraid. I'm just going to have a listen again. They're not too far away. Unfortunately, that stick did hamper us slightly. So we'll push gently through here. You can see them off to our left-hand side. Phil can see them. Hello, Gloria. Gloria, thank you for your question. You want to know who do I think is bigger of the two leopards? Just watch your head here, Phil. I think the consensus as explained by Blair seems to be that Tingana is slightly bigger, but that they are a very similar size. And I would tend to agree with that. Now we're seem to be getting a bit closer here. You got him? Okay. Phil can see him, so we're just going to get a bit closer.
At the base of that anthill on the right.
Okay. Oh yes, well spotted, Phil. Just up ahead here. Can you see it? He's going to come around here. He's going to come around this termite mound. Raisa, you want to know about him and the Anderson male and how far into his territory the Anderson male has come. Now, I have yet to see this fabled Anderson male, and I don't know how far in he has come. I can see his tail, that's full spotted. Full spotted his tail there he is. You can see it beautifully now. Well, I'm not going to go too much further. It's a bit too much push. See if you can get a shot there. Raisa, I don't. So, if you could perhaps do a bit of research, you leopard experts there on the World Wide Web. I'd be fascinated to know how far in he could get. And it is just so nice to settle down and sit for a while and listen in the silence of wonderful. It's just great how silent the bush is when we turn the engines off. So I just want you to try and listen and see what you can hear after that rather hairy chase that we did. I think he is going to move again.
not sure if you heard that. That was a vulture flying over, just taking off. You still see him, Phil?
Just on the other side of the green bush.
I'm not going to move at this stage. We're just going to see if he doesn't come out. It's so nice to have everything silent. All right, I'm going to move a bit now. Phil, you ready? Okay. We'll just slip forward first and then a little bit back. I think we're going to have to go back. Just getting a bit stuck here. There he is, coming up. Some questions about the fathering of cubs. I think of Shadow's cub, perhaps. Sindila. I'm not sure who the father is. Like I say, I've only been here 3 weeks, and I'd love to know from anybody on the Twitterverse who perhaps has more intel. So you can probably tell. We can get a probability on who is the most likely candidate to be the father by the territories. But females do go out of their territories for mating, and sometimes we don't see that. And so sometimes what who we think the father isn't in fact, but it's most likely that I'm sure that you have seen Karula mating, I think with Tingana, and so it's quite likely that Karula mating with Tingana and Shadow mating with Tingana, so it's quite likely that Shadow's cub, Sindile, is this leopard's son, but could be Mvula's, could even be the Anderson males. I will try and move now and get us into a better position because that's not a great picture. And he's just looked up because a vulture flew over his head. They will track vultures and just watch carefully where the vultures go, in case there's an opportunity to do a bit of scavenging, and also because they know that lions will follow vultures, they need to be very careful of everything that's going on. It's quite interesting. I mean, isn't that a beautiful shot while I waffle on at you? Quintessential cat shot. It's quite interesting. I've always found that with lions, they're prepared to lie down, and that noise is some Egyptian geese flying overhead. I've always found with lions that they will lie as if dead. And with leopards, they will sleep, but they every few seconds, every half a minute or so, they will lift their heads up and have a look around. They can't afford to be nearly as sleepy as lions can. Hello, Gilly from Wisconsin. Lovely question again. I'm really enjoying this comparison of the two male leopards we've seen in the last 2 days. You say he looks more robust than Tingana, perhaps. And apparently he's supposed to be 9 and Tingana's supposed to be 10, at least the other way around. Tingana's supposed to be 9 and Mvula's supposed to be 10. Now, as I agree, Gilly, I think he does look more robust than Mvula. Mvula, to me, looks very old for a 10-year-old. This looks like a 9-year-old leopard to me, and I would have said that Mvula was maybe because of the amount of trouble he's had, sort of with his eye, and his ears are a lot more moth-eaten, which makes him look a bit older. But I would have said that this leopard I would have said he was quite a lot younger. But I mean, I may well be wrong. And I think he does look a bit more robust, a little bit more stocky. He's got a bit more muscle mass than Mvula does. And that would be borne out by the fact that Mvula seems to be struggling to hold his territory at the moment. Hello, Jennifer. Another lovely question. You'd like to know, can we see, you saw him in 2013 with a big puncture wound on apparently the left side of his face, and it was very swollen to the extent that you could barely identify him, and you want to know if it's healed. Well, no, you want to know if there's a scar. I'm sure there is. Whether I can see it or not, I don't know. Oh, that's wonderful. I'll just get my powerful binoculars out. They're of the same vintage as Field Marshal Montgomery. I can't see any obvious scarring. I'm sure if we got close enough to tickle him under his eyes, though, we'd be able to see it. But he's obviously, I mean, their ability to heal is quite phenomenal. I can see a slight scratch there under the left eye. That could be the scar. Remember the swelling? The swelling that he would have received is probably due to a bacterial infection from whatever bite he had. Here he goes. Just going to sit very still. This is so special. Just look at his dewlap. Dewlap is that flap of skin just behind his jaw. Now, when I was watching Mvula, I didn't notice that he had a decent dewlap like that. That was worth the drive, wasn't it? Right, now I just need to make sure we're not disappearing off the property by mistake. आए कौन जाने just making sure that we haven't crossed the boundary. No, we're okay. We're all right. Okay, there is a vulture there in the tree. That's his nest, and that's what we disturbed him obviously when we came out here. Let's carry on and try and find the leopard. We'll just have a quick look at that vulture. And then he was flying around as soon as he saw Tingana stop here. He started flying about. But he's settled again. Right, so let's see if we can catch up with Tingana. Right, go gently through here. Get that drongo. This is just really worthwhile while we're following. It's a beautiful shot of a full-tailed drongo. I thought he might do that, sorry. I set Phil up a bit there. Right. See if we can't get another view of that magnificent animal. Moving too fast, which is nice. He seems to be going from termite mound to termite mound, which, as was pointed out to everybody, as seems his want, he's probably looking for aardvark or ant bear. Bit of a bump here, hold on, don't spill your coffee. Or your evening snifter. Wherever you might find yourself in the world. If you've just joined us, we're hot on the trail of a magnificent male leopard. And if you're a new viewer, he's just in front of us there, Phil. You can see his tail walking through the bush there. And if you've just joined us and you'd like to ask any questions at all, please send them on the Twitter handle with #SafariLive or questions@wildearth.tv if you're on the email. I'm just trying to figure the best route here. Of us there, just making his way along the drainage line. And it's not the easiest place to be driving around, but we are in the Land Rover Defender 90. So if any vehicle can get here, this one can, we hope. It's going to be a slightly tricky bit here. If we get stuck, I apologize in advance. Go, oh, gently done. Ali. There we go. Bit of a sight of him there. He's definitely going from termite mound to termite mound as predicted. Try and get a slight. Have you got him?
Coming back.
Before we settle too much, let's just see where he's going to go. Now look, there's a bird alarm calling, exactly what Mvula did yesterday. The bird alarm calls and he flicks that little white tip to the tail up. It's fascinating to see. We're going to have to go backwards. Hello, Wesley in Durban. You'd like to know that if a vulture is circling in the sky, does it always mean that there's a kill? The answer is no. Just like happened just now, that vulture flew because he got a fright from the cars and from the leopard. So he wasn't. That was his nest or her nest. The other thing that people make a mistake with is when it gets a bit warmer. So normally around 8:30, 9 o'clock on a winter's day, the air starts to warm, and the thermals start to rise, and then the vultures take off. They need that hot air to rise, and so they all generally do it at the same time, and they follow each other to the thermals and fly up together. And often that's mistaken for them looking for a kill. When they aren't actually. There's a drongo following us, and he's following us like he would follow a herd of elephants. You know, the elephants kick up the invertebrates, and the drongos follow them, and we're doing the same with our driving through the bush here. He is just up ahead. Hello, Chuck. Nice question. I'm just going to stop here while we wait for that other ranger to get through that thick stuff there. This drongo is right next to us. You were asking about termite mounds, and are the termite mounds that he's looking at, isn't that a wonderful shot, drongo? You wanted to know, are those termite mounds active with termites? And the answer is some of them and some of them not. The second one, absolutely, definitely. And the third one, I'm not so sure. You need to be able to have a bit of a closer look than we have there. Now watch your head here, Phil. Tambuti tree. Don't want to be stabbed by that wood. Little toxic that it is. You through there? Phil's alive. And a crucial part of all this is Phil. Out him, no picture. Likewise, Eugene and Tara in the back rooms, controlling things. Sorry, everybody, we will try and get another view. Oh, look. Oh, hello, Kay in Wisconsin, while I extricate myself from this forest. Nice question, really nice, about the mist and it gathering on the leaves and whether animals or birds and insects take advantage of that gathered dew. I haven't seen it happen here, but I imagine that it does. You know, this is a fairly water-stressed area. I mean, certainly in different parts of Namibia, it does happen. I've picked up another branch. Certainly on the dunes in Namibia, there are beetles that have specialized for that sort of thing. And so I imagine there are certainly various types of insects that will do it here. Sorry, I
have lost sight of this leopard for now. We have had a great view. There's another termite mound just up ahead, and I wonder if he isn't heading there. We got him. It's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That's even better than the leopard sighting for me. Isn't that special? That is the fork-tailed drongo. So close in on him we can't even see his forked tail. And there it is. This is the same bird that's been following us for the last maybe 10 minutes. Isn't that wonderful? Now he's waiting for us to move on so that he can follow in our wake and pick up some insects and other invertebrates that we might kick up. I can't believe he hasn't flown away. We tried this twice before. Isn't that nice? You can even see the little tooth on the end of his beak there. And that he will use to sort of spear or help him grip the invertebrates that he might find. Gorgeous. This is so special. He's calling. Can you hear that? Another one calling just off behind us. And off to the side you can hear some green wood hoopoes calling. Oh, isn't that wonderful? That is a just wonderful, wonderful shot. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Well done, Phil. Great job. Debbie, you've made the comment that it looked like he had whiskers, and they do. They do have little sort of whiskery type things, and those are to help when they're flying and trying to catch insects. It's to help sort of knock the insects into the mouth. It's like a little net almost. Okay, that
It seems to me that the leopard has gone stationary just ahead of us. I think he stopped moving. Just drive out that way, and if we're lucky, we'll see him again, and if not, we'll head towards where we saw those elephants earlier, see what we can see. What a great morning.